looky-loos, it is Ashley Quinn, and I am back with more television that I'm watching so you don't have to. Today we're going to take a look at Joseline's Cabaret, Season 3, Episode 2, You Are Not Needed in the Cabaret. But before we do that, I'm going to give you a moment to go ahead and click that like button, as well as hitting subscribe so that you can get more great content from this channel. Okay, first off, I need you guys to tell me in the comments, am I the only one that's not really feeling the new opening? Like, I don't like the new song. I mean, maybe it'll grow on me, but it just hasn't yet. Let me know, am I the only one? Am I being too hard on Joseline's music? Because I'm just not, I don't know, just still not feeling it. Even though we only got the edited version, which, you know, thank God for small favors. I just was ready for the show to start, I guess. So when we do pick up, we basically picked up where we left off with the girls screaming, yelling, fighting, running, all types of things are going on. And we see Raven running across the room, and she basically has on Tasha's wig. And yes, I'm going to call her Tasha because I just cannot call another grown woman Miss Wet Wet. I'm sorry, just can't do it. So she's going to be known as Tasha on this show. So we basically see that Tasha is looking very wild right now, okay? Like, I almost didn't recognize her. Dang, Amber, like, you basically beat her into another person. Like, how does this happen? You know, she's made aware that her mouth is bleeding, but she's letting us know she doesn't care. It's reality TV, and Tasha is here for her moment, okay? Tasha, Paris, and London, they're here for their moment. Even though their moments are completely ruining me being able to get great shots for the videos, but hey, whatever, she's gonna do what she has to do, right? Amber is still completely going off, right? And she's just yelling and screaming, and then she calls her a hot dog eater, you hot dog eating blank, blank, blank. And I'm just like, hold on, wait a minute. Pause. What's wrong with hot dogs? Who doesn't like hot dogs? Like, I love a good hot dog. A Coney dog with chopped onions, or a Chicago dog, or you know, like on 4th of July, like when you get the hot dogs and there's like a little burn on them with some mustard and some relish. Anyway, I'm just like, I'm personally offended. I like hot dogs, you know? But whatever, I guess Amber has a problem with those. But in the middle of yelling, right, something really weird happens. Amber lets us know that basically her undercarriage is leaking. Ma'am, no. Just no. What was that? Oh my God. That was kind of, I don't know. I didn't like that. I didn't like that at all. And then I got confused at first because the Caucasian girl that was in there with them, I honestly swear to God, I thought she was the makeup artist. But I guess she's part of the show. That's Riri or Courtney or the girl with a whole lot of names, right? But like I said, she kind of came out of left field for me. I didn't really know what was going on. And once again, I am completely stumped on how different Tasha looks in real time versus the confessionals. Like, I cannot be the only person that's seeing that these are two different people, right? Like, are we being punked? What's going on here? It can't just be me. I'm sorry. I want to believe, right? But I'm still, like I said, completely stumped. Like, who are these two people, right? They're different people. I do know that. Anyway, moving on. Chanel calls Joseline basically to report like what's going on with the group, and Joseline is basically letting Chanel know that she's gonna blame her if these girls don't get it together, because Chanel is supposed to be responsible for the girls. Basically, who's in charge of the girls? You are, Chanel. And Chanel is really not doing a good job about being in charge. She's a little too weak for it, right? And of course, our favorite snow bunny, right, Joseline, she comes around and she's talking to, allegedly, you know, she comes around talking about the reunion and calling the season 2 girls all out of their names, and you know, just, you know how Joseline gets, right? Like, she takes it there again, of course. So Chanel comes back to tell the girls like that they need to get it together. And you know, at that point, I noticed something about Chanel. And, you know, seriously, if she's still drinking the way that she said that she was drinking, it's definitely showing in the fact that her belly, it's not that she has a pot belly. Remember, Joseline kept calling her a pot belly. She doesn't have a pot belly, but what I am noticing is that her belly is distended. Like, you guys remember those old commercials? And it would be like, for 30 cents a day, less than a cup of coffee, you could sponsor these kids, and their stomachs would be really rounded because they were empty, not getting proper nutrients. And I'm really thinking, like, I wonder if Chanel is one of those people that drinks a lot, but is not eating, not getting a proper diet, and that's why her belly is so rounded like that. I don't know, but like I said, just something that I was thinking. I don't know if it's true or not, but just based on what her character on the television show has said about her life, and like kind of looking at her body, that's kind of the conclusion that I'm drawing. Anyway, basically Chanel's telling the girls, like, hey, you guys are acting like some assholes, or you acting like some asses, you're out of control. And you always know how that goes. Of course the hit dog hollers, right? Amber gets upset, right? But Amber, it's totally you. You are acting an ass. If you weren't acting an ass, then it wouldn't affect you, right? All the people who knew that she wasn't talking to them, they didn't have anything to say, right? Crazy, right? Just crazy. So Amber and Chanel, they start to get into it, and it's true. The girl, you have been acting an ass, right? K Capri, of course, like I said, she has to step in with that black folks our favorite thing. Who is y'all? But come on, girl, you know who y'all is. And if y'all is not you, then she's not talking to you. Let's be serious for a minute. But like I said, everybody needs to kind of have that moment, right? And like I said, at this moment, this is where I'm completely over Amber. Like, I wanted to like her, right? Like, I really did. Like, she seemed like she was going to be really cool. But right now, I'm not really feeling her. Sorry, not feeling her. And I'm looking at her face, and like I said, we don't know the girl's ages as of yet, but I'm looking at Amber's face, and I'm thinking, you're a little more up there in years. You're older or whatever. You're old enough to know better than to be acting like this. So, like I said, really kind of disappointed in her. And then we find out that Joseline is on her way, and that Joseline saw basically video of Amber talking mess about her.
Somebody sent me a video. I ain't gonna say no name because I don't want to be no snitching asshole. And I don't really give a fuck about how Amber was talking to scary ass Chanel. I'm more worried about why the fuck this dick sucking ass, crow looking ass, $2 ass, broke ass, nothing ass bitch is Amber is speaking on the princess. That's what the fuck I'm worrying about. Get out. Get out. Me? Get out.
Like, damn, like, I immediately was upset with myself because I felt like I let this bitch wet get the best of me. And now I don't know where my fate lies in the cabaret.
So basically, Joseline arrives, and off top, she walks in talking cash money, SHIT, okay? She's in the girls' faces. She's telling them, you up, like, going down the line, right? But it's funny because she started with K Capri, and K Capri laughed in her face, right? And Joseline, here's the thing with Joseline. Joseline knows who to pick with, right? She knew last year not to go too far with Miss Natural. She knew back on Love and Hip Hop not to take it too far with Tommy Lee. And as you can see, she sees 6'3" K Capri, and she already knows, don't even take it that far, right? K Capri's reaction was priceless, y'all. It was the way K Capri laughed in Joseline's face for me. Actually, it was the way that she laughed in Joseline's face 2 times for me, okay? Then Joseline has the nerve to call this girl E.J. Johnson. But like I said, we're going to get into that a little bit later. Joseline knows who to pick with, though, and who not to pick with. And she definitely didn't want to pick with K Capri. Now, she's going down the line. Like I said, she had already basically thrown Amber out. So Amber's out for being too unruly and for making too much noise and doing too much. And she's sending Chanel outside to go get her. And Chanel's trying to have a talk with her and let her know where she messed up and what she needs to do to make it right and to be able to come back in, right? And basically, Chanel is telling her, I told you not to do this. I told you not to do that. And Amber's like, what'd I do? Oh, you talking about what I said? Like, I don't care about the cabaret, or I don't care about this or that. And Chanel was like, duh, exactly. Because we all know Joseline needs for the cabaret to be the most important thing in these girls' lives, right? They are only here to serve Joseline and only here for the cabaret, right? K Capri, Joseline's asking her some questions, I guess, about the fight, and we find out that K Capri is like, I'm not really trying to be at Joseline's photo shoot fighting. I'm not trying to do that. I'm trying to basically set a good example here, right? And the way Joseline is acting, I'm going to just say it, and I'm going to go ahead and say allegedly, but y'all, like, come on, man. Like, she's borderline diabetic from the booger sugar, okay? This is crazy. I cannot believe that. And so she did all of a sudden, like, she's literally, like, so out there that she gets mad at Jesus and mad at the girl basically telling her that Jesus loves her.
I love you. Jesus loves you. I'm a lover, not a fighter.
You know what? Don't make me fuck you up, girl. Because you might be the first one to get it from me.
Over Jesus, ma'am? Seriously? Like, really, ma'am? Over Jesus? This is what we gonna do over Jesus. And Gaia is a whole nut. Because, like, she does not back down. I'm like, what is this?
Do you understand?
That's between you and Jesus. It's not between you.
I know you never had no leadership.
Did y'all see that? The way Riri backed up when she kept going. Oh my goodness, that cracked me up. That's like when your friend is doing too much around their parents or say something crazy to their parents and you just know they're about to get slapped, so like you almost duck into. Riri was like, I don't want none of that. Like, I'm about to back up. So now basically Joseline's trying to find out what started the fight. Chanel brings Amber back in and she's kind of asking, and we find out that it was about singing, right? And so Joseline is asking Tasha, oh, so you think you could sing something, let me hear you sing something. And man, when I tell you, this girl took forever to come up with Beyonce, right? And then still did it poorly. Joseline starts asking who could sing better than that or whatever. Raven, she is just playing. She's like, I don't know. And so Raven gives it a shot. And then after Raven, Amber sings, right? And so at this point, basically Joseline was like, oh, so y'all want to sing? Y'all singers? Y'all not here to be in the cabaret? So then Joseline throws them out, right? Like, well, then you can leave. And I'm like, Joseline is a whole mess, a character and a mess, right? Throws those girls out. And like I said, it's just, at this point, it's just pandemonium, like, going on, in my opinion. What are we doing here? What is going on? And Joseline, talking to people crazy is not going to get you the respect that you want, but that's like talking to a brick wall. So Joseline then decides to give them all another chance. She brings all the girls back. I'm talking Amber, I'm talking Gaia, Raven, and Tasha, right? So she lets Gaia know that she's going to give her a chance, her chance to spread the word and to talk about Jesus, but it's still the cabaret and that's what we're here to do. Basically, it's so weird. Like, it's like, Joseline, it's like you asked them to sing though, and then you just gonna throw them out, huh?
Cocaine is a hell of a drug.
So we finally get to take this picture, right, for this photo shoot. And Joseline, it is her proudest, finest moment where she lets the girls know that in this picture, I'm the pimp and you're the hoes, right? Like, her thinking, her mindset is just so freaking crazy, right? It's almost like she had to spend so many years, like, I guess, being in that role of hoe, that she just couldn't wait to not be a better person and help people, find their way and not have to go through that. But no, she just wants a chance to treat the girls like how she's been treated. And I would say by the looks of the picture that they actually finally got for the group photo with her with those loafers on, she's definitely given pimp vibes. So now the girls are going back to the house finally, right? And before they get there, before they're allowed to get off the bus, we actually see Princess Love pulling up and walking in, and her and Joseline, they have a conversation and they talk about all the things that they have in common and how they're friends. And a lot of people probably wouldn't think that. But then again, you really have to know the history of Princess Love. Like, she didn't just pop out as Ray J's wife or girlfriend. Like, Princess Love used to be a dancer, if I'm not mistaken. Then she was part of Floyd Mayweather's harem. And after she was part of Floyd Mayweather's harem, that's where Ray J scooped her up from, because him and Floyd used to be friends. Allegedly, right? That's just allegedly what I heard. But, so her and Joseline actually do have a lot more in common than people would think. So, they're talking. And also, like I said, they both went from, and Princess Love, actually, she's doing good for herself. She went from being in front of the camera to behind the camera. Same with Joseline. They're doing production on these shows, and they're able to basically put their own vision out there instead of having to be someone else's vision. Good, bad, or indifferent, right? So, like I said, they do definitely have things in common. And so this is where we get back to the situation where I'm really not feeling Joseline calling K Capri EJ Johnson. First of all, EJ Johnson is a bad bitch, okay? And not that K Capri isn't, but like, let's give everybody their respect in their own lanes, right? Like, there's no need to compare them. And Joseline is really acting like she has a really, really short memory, because if I'm not mistaken, when Joseline first came on the scene to Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, we all swear that was Jose. Jose, Joseph, I think people were like, she had a twin brother. Maybe she is her own twin brother. We're not going to act like this didn't happen. Joseline, stop acting like we don't remember. Because, baby, we remember. Yeah, so let's not play these games, and let's not be rude, and let's just not, okay? Because let's don't do that. I think K Capri is a nice looking woman, you know what I'm saying? She doesn't look like a man. She looks like a tall woman. Like, every woman that's tall is not necessarily manly, so knock it off, okay? Yeah, so now it's basically time to party, right? And Gaia is still talking about Jesus, and she's telling us that Jesus is her husband. And we flash back to Joseline again with this on that K Capri, are you a man? Talking about she needs to see her vagina. And Joseline, like I said, fuck out of here with that, okay? Back to Gaia, she's accusing the girls of being prostitutes. And it's just like, whoa, what? So that conversation takes a turn. Then K Capri basically says that she doesn't like Lexi because Lexi Blow is snotty and she's rude. And Amber is like, oh my God, her skin is way too thin for me, right? She's really starting to get annoying. And now they're mad because they said Lexi Blow was basically laughing on them, like when they were on the bus, because they were sleeping on the bus. And I'm just like, I feel like, just based on what I've seen about Lexi Blow and seeing of her character on the, the past shows or whatever, Lexi Blow don't be a mess like that. Like, she really don't be a mess like that. Now, what I can see happening is that they're on the bus, right? The other girls on the bus, they falling asleep. And I can see Lexi Blow being like, damn, ha, 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 that's cold player that Joseline got them sleeping on the bus. And she probably was like, ha, ha, as in peculiar, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's funny as in that's peculiar, that's strange, that's crazy. Like, I don't think that she was laughing at them in terms of she thinks she's better than them, okay? But then as that's going on, basically Chanel just turns on Lexi. The girls ask her, like, oh, this happened, and Chanel, she don't say yes, she don't. And I'm like, see, that's why, who got the Scooby snacks? Where the Scooby snacks at, okay? Because, girl, you should, if you, anyway, so Chanel's already wearing thin on me. Then, next thing you know, so I guess now it's just, everybody's just like snitching on everybody now, right? Everybody's telling what they know or what they heard. Raven said Gaia was talking crap about Joseline on the bus. So once that happens, then just the floodgates open up and everybody has a story to tell about something that Gaia said about Joseline. Oh, she said she would knock you out. She said she would choke you out. And it was just really kind of weird, to the point that I'm almost like, did she even say these things? Because people sometimes have a tendency to pile on. And it's just really interesting that nobody was going to say anything until like right now. I don't know. But unfortunately, what that results in is Joseline basically sicking the girls on Gaia.
You knew what you were saying about Joseline, so it's time to get this bitch out of the motherfucking house. Bitch, get this dusty asshole out of here.
So far, all I know is, like, these girls are kind of weird. Like, they're real weird. Like, I don't know how I'm really feeling about this season's girls. Like I said, of course I like Lexi Blow, still like Lexi Blow from last season. I'm not, like, I like K Capri. Like, I really want to like K Capri. Just lay off of the extras and the bandwagoning or whatever. If you have a problem with somebody, find out what it is. You're a big girl. You could take care of yourself. You could have asked Lexi what was going on. The whole Gaia thing that's coming up for next week, like where she growled at Lexi and then body slammed her. Don't do that, ma'am. Don't do that. So I want to see how that's going to work out. Like I said, Tasha's annoying, but she didn't deserve to get beat on like that. But I wouldn't mind seeing her leave. I wouldn't mind seeing Amber leave at this point. I don't know what's up with Raven at this point. Like I said, some of these girls are just kind of mad weird, and yeah, I guess we'll have to see. But like I said, this is television that I'm gonna watch so that you don't have to. And I'll be back with episode 3 and we'll discuss some more. Now, if you saw some things I didn't see, you have a different opinion, or you just want to have a conversation about what just happened, please feel free to leave it in the comments and I will definitely respond. Go ahead and don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Feel free to click that notification bell so you can always find out when we have great new content up. Like I said, we're going to be doing more of this television that I'm watching so that you don't have to. And be on the lookout for Big Lex's Baddie Collection Season 1, Episode 3 recap and review coming up next. You guys have a great one. I'm Ashley Quinn. Take care, Looky Loos, and until next time.
Get me the fuck out of here. I'm the second coming of Christ. I'ma change the whole fucking world. You a prostitute. Back up.
This bitch is crazy.